I truly don't care who you support. If there's something to make fun of them for, I'm going to do it. You want to go live your life in an echo chamber? Whether you're on the left or the right, there's plenty of people that'll make content specifically for you, and they will never offer a different opinion, and you can go to them and cuddle up with all the stuff that they have to say, and you can sleep easy every night knowing that you're loved. All right? But if you're rocking with me, you got to know at this point that I just don't care who it is. I'm still trying to develop my own perspective on things, and the only way to do that for me personally is to take aim and fire at anybody who I think deserves it. And Ted Cruz deserved it, baby. That dude went straight to Tulum. He was on his way to Tulum. If he was going to Tulum for like an ayahuasca retreat, or I guess it was Cancun, right? If he was going for an ayahuasca retreat and he already had a shaman booked, I would have been on board. I would have been fine with it. If Ted Cruz was like, to be honest, guys, I want to apologize. You know, I saw the opportunity to help people in Texas, but instead I needed to help myself first. You know, before I could help the people of Texas recover, I needed to help myself down the path of recovery from being a scumbag. And so I hired a shaman, and I was going to go on a 7-day silent meditation. But you're right, I should come back. But no, he didn't. He was going to Cancun. And then people are like, oh, well, what could he have done? His job is in D.C. I get that. I understand that. But then you look at the people who did something for Texas, and here we go. You ready for this? Follow me down this little political frickin' rabbit hole. I'm trying to curse less. That's a note. Dude, follow me. All right? So then you look at the people who actually did something, AOC and Beto, right? Now, I am not an AOC fan. I disagree with her a lot, and I really don't like the way she generalizes the people on the opposite side of party lines. I don't like when anybody does that. I hated when Trump did that, and he did that his entire career. That's why people are so divided. That is one of the reasons there's so much division, is because Trump generalized and classified everybody who isn't Republican as being a certain way. And he did it. He called them the left, and then he used radical left and far left. But he made it. It got to the point where it was just the left. Okay, and I'm not even like I'm not a far left. I'm not a left. I'm not anybody. I'm just fucking Brent. But even I could see that, and that's just one of the things. But you have to also, at the same time, he did some good things. But the people who refuse to acknowledge the support that AOC and Beto are giving to Texas and laugh it off or shake it off as like good optics. Yeah. Hey, bro, it is good optics. You know who else could have done good optics? Ted Cruz. He could have done good optics. He did the bad optics. I don't care if it's good optics. Of course it's good optics. It still happened. There's still millions of dollars being raised. There's tangible evidence that you can trace and track down and do your own investigative journalism to find out where the support came from, how it derived, and who caused it to happen. And you're going to find AOC and Beto. All right? And you don't have to support them to acknowledge that what they did is good and to acknowledge that, oh, what could Ted Cruz have done? I guess he could have done something like that. I guess he could have done that. There's even people saying like, I don't blame him for going on vacation. If I had the means to get to Cancun, I would too. Not if you're an elected leader, you shouldn't. Not if you're an elected leader. Dude, they don't care about us. Do you realize that now? Is it starting to, like, it was just a thought for me last year, but now it's like, it's almost a full-blown, like, religious belief. Politicians truly, many of them, not all of them, a lot of them are like awesome people trying to do good in the world, but a lot of them do not care about you. They just don't, man. You saw it with Gavin Newsom at the French Laundry and how he refuses to share numbers. And that's a fact. He refuses to share COVID numbers because he thinks they're going to confuse people. I'm paraphrasing there, but I'm pretty sure that's close to a quote. He thinks that his office released statements saying they're not going to share all the numbers because it could lead to people spinning the numbers for their own misinformation opportunities. Dude, they're numbers, okay? They're not like guesses. You're not releasing hypotheses. You're releasing numbers, all right? Show us the numbers, Gav, man. So Gavin did it then with those things. Mayor Austin, when he went to Mexico and said, hey, stay home. Mayor of Denver, when he said, don't fly, and then he flew out of town. Sheila Cool out in L.A., county supervisor, voted against keeping restaurants open, and then went and dined at a restaurant that same night, okay? Now, you throw Ted Cruz to the top of that pile, dude, because he could have volunteered time to help people in the state that elected him to represent them. Yeah, he lives in D.C. Sure, he works in D.C. He represents Texas, dude. It's embarrassing that the people he ran against and beat, like Beto, are doing more to help him than anyone else. And I don't care. I don't care. Look, if Beto said, hey, the only reason I'm doing this is to make Ted Cruz look bad, I don't care about Texans. Let's pretend he said that. Let's pretend AOC said that, okay? Which a lot of people believe. Let's pretend that they said that. Let's pretend that AOC and Beto said, hey, we're AOC and Beto, and the only reason we're doing this is because we want to make Ted Cruz look bad. Still, you would say, oh, well, you're like bad people, but what you're doing is awesome. You can't say anything else. How in the world would you say anything other than that? Would you rather them not help at all? Would you rather millions of dollars not go to help Texas? Like, the dissonance is insane, dude. And the same people who, like, were so fast to receive Gavin Newsom's bullshit apology for the French Laundry thing and, like, shrug off his mishandling of opening and closing and how lockdowns don't fucking work, and all the people that are backing him up time and again are so quick to bash Ted Cruz. And then on the other side, everybody that's backing up Ted Cruz and supporting Ted Cruz are so fast to say, oh, California needs to recall Gavin. Dude, you're all idiots. Every single one of those people are dumb. You're a big fat dummy. Oh, you're dumb. You're a dumb, dummy, Dumbo guy. You're a big dummy because none of them care about you. And you care way too much, dude. I am hot off this flight from Alabama, bro. I am hot off this plane. You can tell how uncomfortable I am. Dude, my back hurts so much. I'm taking it all out on politicians right now. This is hilarious. I wonder if this will be the podcast I get canceled for in the future.